Redditors who are married to Karens. How is it like? Not married to one, but my mom is absolutely one. I spend most of my time with her in public apologizing to people after she's walked away. The one and only time it comes in handy is when I bought cars and had her come in during the price negotiation phase. She's knocked off thousands purely due to how unpleasant she is and how much people want her to just get the hell out of the door. Weaponized a Karen. Nice. Married to one. She doesn't get why people think Karens complain so much. It's annoying for her and she'd like to talk to someone about this. My life has been a living hell. The number of times I have had to intervene to save the life of a customer service rep over nickels is insane. I've asked for divorce now just a couple weeks ago. Guess how that went over? Not married to one. But my aunt is. My uncle is the soft-spoken giant. He never stands up to her in any way. Except once. At their daughter's wedding. She was about to interrupt the ceremony to close a window because she was chilly. Everyone sitting close could hear her whisper, "I'm going to do it. But I don't want to be an asshole." My uncle, in a calm, quiet tone, says quickly, "Why stop now?" Almost as if his filter just missed this one. I swear I could hear my dad snort 2 rows back, trying to hold in laughter. Karen was not happy. My mom's a Karen. She is self-aware she is a Karen. My siblings and I send her memes about it. When my stepdad divorced her last summer, we were all amazed he lasted 17 years, to be honest. None of us like going out with her, it's terrible, and my husband just straight up tells her, "No, you aren't talking to the manager when we go in a place." I'll tell you guys a story my step told us. They are farmers and own a small beef and bee farm. They have a store they go to for bee supplies. The owner called my stepdad and asked him to please be the one to pick up their stuff because his staff was tired of dealing with my mom. He is the only one who went to the store for the next 5 years. My mom is a Karen. She thinks the world is supposed to cater to her. Serve her, and everyone else is wrong. Once we went to Carl's Jr. She ordered 4 burgers. For the 4 of us. She pulls one out of the bag while the guy is getting our drinks and hides it. She complains that he forgot a burger. She pulls them out one by one and counts it in front of him. It's obviously missing because she hid it, and he's swearing up and down he put them all in the bag. I'm stunned, speechless, and it happened so fast. She got a free burger. And laughed as we drive off. I'm just staring at her and she opens it up to eat it on the drive home. And she ate her actual burger like the 5th one never existed. I can't even explain how she is when she's in the hospital. She treats it like a luxury stay in a hotel. My sister is a Karen. Everyone feels so sorry for her husband. Everything is his fault. He is treated like a slave. She only addresses him by yelling. She constantly insults him. We have no idea why he hasn't divorced her or flipped out and attacked her. We have all told her to cool it, and her response is that he's just so stupid. I could go on and on, but my sister really is a horrible person. I'm divorcing a Karen. Nothing was ever good enough. Everything had to be the most expensive thing, and even then it wasn't good enough. It was exhausting and it sucked the passion I had for life out of me. Edit. Slept on this and thought of some more telltale signs. She never said nice things about me. To me or to other people. My best friend came over for a barbecue with his wife and kids, and her mother just mocked me the whole time to my friend's wife. My friend's wife confronted them about it. Even on our wedding day, the part "you say nice things" sounded like a tentatively warm school report card. The nicest thing I remember her saying about me was, "I like how you make the salads. It's better than how I make it." The whole time that's the best I can think of. I know a couple with a Karen. She blamed him for everything. The husband was in our opinion something of a saint. Once she broke a glass in the kitchen. Came and sat back down at the table. And said that was your fault. We all just stared at her. She looked sheepish and said I knew that one probably wouldn't work. They're divorced. Now. I guess even saintliness has its limits. Edit. And now for the you can't make this up zinger. Her first name is really and truly Karen. I was married to a Karen. I'm sure the question on everyone's mind is, was she like that at home? The answer is abso-peeping-lutely. She was the kind of Karen who it had to be absolutely perfect or I'm complaining. Restaurants. Stores. Anything. At home was worse. I couldn't do anything right. Any ambitions or dreams I had. I wasn't good enough to why try. Ugh. So glad I divorced her. Bonus. The lawyer she hired was an idiot and wrote the paperwork up wrong. So she won't get anything from my retirement. I taught my nephews ages 9 and 11 about Karens last year when they stayed with us for a week after school let out. After describing traits and observing them in the wild, they ask somewhere around day 2. Is our mom a Karen? My reply. You words. Not mine. It is the absolute best. I love my wife. Edit. I didn't write that. My brother was married to a Karen. She lived to berate people and rarely went anywhere without a flask of vodka to fuel her fire. She despised kids and wasn't quiet about it. In the first year of marriage she decided her husband had to earn sex. So if she didn't like the way he painted the shed or groomed the dog or poured his cornflakes and she never did, there was no reward. After 10 years he divorced her. Moved to another state. And married a kind-hearted, generous, empathetic lady. Karen still can't understand why he dumped her perfect ass. My mom is a Karen. She literally cannot help herself but to tell other her opinion. She genuinely sees it as doing everyone a favor. It destroys her relationships with my siblings. None of my other siblings will talk to her. A few years ago we went out to eat. The restaurant served bread and butter before the meal. The butter was whipped. My mom, the former dairy farmer's daughter, insisted they bring her real butter. The waitress went back to the kitchen and came back and told her what she had was butter. How dare she? My mom, who apparently is infallible in her ability to detect butter, started acting like a complete asshole to the waitress about it. She knows what real butter tastes like. I go to this restaurant often and my kids are there, so my first instinct was to apologize to the waitress. That was a bad idea. As soon as I did, my mom went into a rage about respecting your elders and walked out of the restaurant. To this day she still won't admit she was unkind to the waitress. I'm not married to a Karen, but someone in my family decided to make a Karen family, and let me just say, it is freaking hell. I do not go to any social event if said Karen will be there. Keeps the peace in my family tbh, nor do I go alone with Karen. She is a nightmare to everyone in her path. From car guards to cashiers. Even her friends. No one can be better than her or smarter than her, and she's just freaking exhausting, man. The worst part is, her kids are becoming just like her. My cousin married a Karen. Complains at restaurants, hotels. Yells at everyone to do everything for her. The thing is, my cousin is exactly the same. They have a special needs child together and they are both constantly making sure everyone knows it so that they can go to the front of the line. Their kids are / will be massively fed up. Mine is a Karen. But only to me. She has a laser-like focus on my faults and seeks to destroy me while confiscating my financial assets. Divorce in progress. My best friend used to be married to a Karen. And they have a kid together. Went to kid's birthday party a few months ago. At an ice rink cause kid is really into ice skating right now. Karen invited kid's whole class. And the dance kids too. When she got the bill for the skates and the walker's assists that help kids keep their balance on the ice, she yelled at the manager until he took a couple $100 off. She's got the classic Karen haircut and is super entitled to have the perfect Sam life while she forced her new husband into a career he didn't want to do to help pay for her lifestyle.